Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the seance of the golf gods. Par be with you.
Also with you.
Thank you.
I was like, where the hell is he going with this?
I didn't have it all turned out yet, but I knew I was going in that direction.
Nice.
I feel like the logo little flyer thing I made
was cool.
was pretty fucking
It was
cool.
good. It was really good.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Temple
it should
of the
go.
Golf Gods.
Temple of the Golf Gods.
That'll work.
Yep. Be making money hand over fist. Won't be any scandals out of there of a sexual nature.
No.
Well, when the cult side of it starts, then scandals abound.
Yeah.
I had to tell you, man, I've been, obviously the weather's broken a little bit, so I'm getting back into turf management.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff coming out of like getting crabgrass controls, shit like that down. And these last 2 days has been like, it's the parts that I dread. It's I have to do the hillsides, all our tall grasses to get pre-emergence down for weed control. So it's the mountain goating, climbing hills and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, get a little pain in the back up and down. It's like 6 hours I spent climbing hills. So, you know, laying on the couch and, you know, back's tight. And it's like, so it's one of those, I don't know how to say it. I kicked myself in the nuts.
Trying to like.
I was,
Okay.
laying on the couch. My back was tight. And,
Did you use like the force of your legs to try to like get up or something?
No. I was just laying there. And just trying to get into just a position to kind of take
pressure
and
away.
what I was doing is I was pulling my foot up and was going to let my knee swing over and kind of open my hip up to take a little pressure off my back. And I swung my foot up, and shockingly for a big guy, I'm rather flexible. I don't look like I am, but I am.
Clapped yourself.
I full on kicked myself in the nuts of like,
Yeah.
It's like,
I hate myself.
I feel like most people would understand, like, how the fuck did you? Yeah. It was a heel strike. It was like
Nice.
like a spinning wheel kick. It's right in the fucking nutsack. And obviously it wasn't as far of a, I mean, I do suffer
Yes.
from LBS.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was,
Yeah. That's impressive. One, that your nuts are hanging that low now. Good for you. But just
the flexibility side of it can't be. I mean, I get my leg up there pretty high.
That's
I mean,
nice. How pissed off were you?
When I did it?
Yeah. I get mad anymore.
Yeah.
I'm now in the point where I don't know if I feel pain anymore. I just get super like the Hulk. I just get super fucking angry. Like, I can't believe I fucking did that.
Well, it's I get when so I do stupid shit all the time. Like I have, outside of just food consumption, I've treated my body very poorly in my lifetime. Mainly, I've beat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking missing chunks of fucking shit everywhere. I've put a hole through my lip, all kinds of stuff. But it's gotten to the point now where, like, when I do something and it, like, possibly maybe broke a leg.
Yeah.
It just is one of those things I just go, that hurt.
Yeah.
And that's like, there's no emotion to it. It's just, that hurt. It's like, and still, that hurts bad.
I get you. Well, I mean, as you can see, the scar on my head.
I didn't mention it.
You know, I'm bald and I shave my head. I straight razor it. I go the old school way. Well, I'll shave it up and down like normal.
Yeah.
But then I'll cross shave.
Oh, yeah.
To make it smooth. Make it nice.
Yeah. I want people touching it.
And so I'm cross shaving it on this side, and I'm in the shower, and the razor slips out of my hand. Well, I go to like snag it, and as I'm grabbing it, I then twist it up.
Oh.
So it chunks my head, and I kind of like skip it across my head. It's a nice little gash. I knew I cut myself, but I didn't know like severity because I'm in the shower. So I just finish and I'm starting to wash and finish my shower. And I'm like, man, my fucking eye's bothering me. I got soap in my eye or something. So I get out of the shower, I look in the mirror. I have so much blood pouring in my eye. It's on my face. It's in my beard. It's now on my chest. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I had to hop back in the shower and clean myself up. And I didn't have a Band-Aid. big enough to cover it, so I had to use paper towels and duct tape. So I put a paper towel over it and then put a piece of duct tape across. And finally stopped. I was like, this fucker bled for hours, man. I didn't really, I mean, I know, your head will bleed quite a bit, but not that fucking much. So it was the same thing. I nicked it. I'm like, I've cut my head before shaving,
and it bleeds bad, but you just, stick prick the old toilet paper on there and let her
the paper towel was soaked. Like, it was a piece of little toilet paper wasn't doing this thing justice. Yeah, it was a nice little cut there.
So you take it off when you get to school and then ding it a little bit and then just walk in and go, I don't know what happened.
Well, after I finished it, I'm cleaning out my razor. Yeah. The chunk of head is now in the razor. I had to throw that away.
The skin or the razor?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both.
I didn't know.
I couldn't get it out of the razor.
I didn't know if you pulled it out and tried to put it back.
Couldn't find the super glue.
It's like placing the divot, you know?
Patted a couple times.
That's I had a buddy that cut his head pretty bad, and then he tried to glue it back together. Couldn't get it. Basically, he was redoing a garage door and was putting it together and didn't and the garage door dropped and hit him in the head.
Oh, shit.
Which, if people don't understand,
it's heavy.
When that spring is not connected, that garage door is not light.
No, it's heavy.
And it it's probably a 3-inch gash.
Oh, shit.
And he tried gluing it back together and then couldn't get it. And then obviously has hair.
Yeah.
So went urgent care or whatever. And they're like, what did you do? And they had to cut all the glue out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I tried gluing it back together with like Gorilla Glue. And they're like, that's not what we use.
Yeah. That's what I would have used. I mean,
there's some Gorilla Glue. That's just kind you still have to mix with water.
Paste it on there. An old popsicle stick.
A lot of people don't know that. Like the original Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, you had to mix it with water.
Yeah. It's like.
It's paste. You had to make an actual paste out of it. So it was a fun evening. I got to go to school and have everybody, whoa, would you cut your head? Like, damn it.
I just assumed that you were doing yard work and you walked into a tree limb because it kind of looks like one of those scratches.
I've probably done that before. I mean,
we all have.
Yeah.
I'm nothing but scars around the face. I had one over the eye that was more drunk induced, one through the lip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it was the razor.
Yeah.
Razor.
They're tough. I used a razor and I can't tell you when. I bet it's been like 4 years since I've shaved to the actual skin.
I don't like my neck, as little as neck I have. I shave that off, and then
I just use trimmers, same ones that I trim my balls with.
You use trimmers on your balls?
Yeah.
God, you have fucking steel skin down there.
Well, I can pick them up and hold them in front of me.
That's nice. Nice. I'm a straight razor guy. I always want to try and find like one of the old school barber straight razors.
Fuck that.
I would try to shave my head like that, just like with the one single blade.
It didn't work.
Yeah. I have no skin.
I'm not gonna have to shave that part anymore. Ain't gonna be no fucking hair left. I like to take it right down to the skull.
Yeah. Nice and
fucking clean. Jesus. Yeah, so I kicked myself in the balls. That's how this.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing to do. I always accidentally sit on them.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I almost want to throw up at first. Getting
into my vehicle happens a lot.
Me too, especially during the summer and fall, where I obviously am a very heavy shorts wearer.
Yeah.
So like the step into the car where you spread the legs open and then it happens.
Well, in mine, obviously, I don't want to.
Let's talk about your balls.
I don't really classify mine as like an SUV or whatever I drive, but but I get down to it as opposed. I've always been getting up into stuff.
Yeah.
Of like, man, like if I go out in some sweatpants, like the old gray sweatpants, and they're fucking hanging good that day. I've clacked them off the side of the fucking seat before getting in. Like, phew. Yeah, that was
old grandpa nuts over here.
Yeah, they're fucking long. Had to get a taller toilet. You'll get there.
Maybe
you'll get there.
My thighs get in the way.
Think about switching, obviously, boxer briefs, but then switching to the boxer briefs that have the ball pouch.
Yeah.
And just put them in.
Yeah. They got a nice comfy bed for them.
I have a pillow on my bed that's a triangle that I put in between my legs and then rest my balls on them when I sleep.
Sleep tight, babies.
And you think that's a joke?
No, I 100% believe you. I didn't believe you until you described the shape of it.
I'm going to rest. Yeah, it's going to be a triangle so it can get in there. It can shove into the taint.
Nice.
And then they just rest on top with the box fan blowing on them.
Huh. Try to shorten them up throughout the night.
Yeah, I try to
shrink
them. If I toss and turn, I need them. Them. I tie a baggie full of swimming pool water around them to try to get it to, or one of those facial ice packs.
Yeah.
So when I'm, when I go to switch to side, they don't fling and
you don't hear the smack there. That's funny.
Everybody's got those problems, man. Maybe not to that extent.
No, not to that extent. My one friend probably does. He probably has to worry about that.
It's,
Luke and Lane, you know what we're talking about.
You said one friend.
They both know who I'm talking about.
Oh.
They have the same friend that they would know.
Okay, I thought you just named two people. We just
they
people
know
with
the
long
friend
ball syndrome.
Yeah, they both know who we were discussing when I say we know somebody like that.
I mean, you shouldn't pick on him.
Yeah,
It's a real fucking problem, man.
Blessed.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it is.
Yeah.
Fucking big.
The guy,
league.
he's the first guy I knew that the term bat winging.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, you using that for silly putty in newspapers? Like, that's. Was that an Archie comic on your sack?
Dude, that was the funniest thing. I think I told you that before, the old pro shop at the old place.
Yeah.
Well, when you worked pro shop, it was up in the top building.
Yeah.
But the old one, it gets so fucking hot in there.
Yeah.
And that one air conditioner that couldn't keep up and just sweating.
Yep.
The amount of times that I just give the old zip down, just pull the balls out through the dick hole. And would leave. Basically, if you walked in, my balls would be hanging out the front of my pants. And I'm standing there, like, looking out the window, but the air conditioner was dick height.
Oh, so it's just keeping.
So
you
I'd
cool.
be looking out the window, and people would be walking by and waving. It's like I'm chilling my testicles right now. Now, if they made a turn, I had a real quick kind of like a reverse pelvic thrust that would snatch them back in and be like, oh, my zipper's down. What happened?
What happened there?
I think they must have broke. Yeah, I had a lot of testicle cooling days there in late July, early August.
That building would get fucking hot.
Oh, my God. Dude, the worst part about that building was we used to have, it's called the Golden Boys.
Okay.
It's a bunch of retired golfers, just traveling golfers. And there's like 20 to 30 of them.
Yeah.
And it's like the youngest person would be like fucking 70.
Yeah.
And they came in and played. And the way that building's set, you can open the front and the back door, but the wind doesn't blow that way, so you don't get any air movement.
Uh-huh.
And we have there's the men's room and the women's room. And dude, like 6 or 7 straight of them came in and blew that toilet up. Both of them.
Oh my God.
Didn't have a fan.
Couldn't get it out.
Could not. I mean, it was like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's got to smell, too.
It was the worst.
Yeah. Half of them probably are on like dialysis, getting all those chemicals out of them.
Then I locked a lady in there one time. She was in there taking a shit, and I didn't know she was still there. I locked the building and set the alarm.
Oh, shit.
And was walking out when she came out of the bathroom. Set the fucking alarm off.
That's funny.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know you were in here.
You were really quiet.
Thought I'd hear some grunting or something.
Because the door's not, I mean, it's real close to where the pro shop, where the stand would be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh.
Classic golf.
Classic golf.
These are the types of fucking stories you can hear at the Temple of the Golf Gods.
So last Saturday, like I said, I had that bingo thingy, and then afterwards, I went and had some drinks with a past colleague of mine. So I get home in time to watch the fight. Did you watch any of that?
I fell asleep before it happened.
I was so mad that I spaced out my time where I would get home and I would be able to watch Jon Jones fight.
Yeah.
And the fact that it only lasted like 35 seconds.
2 minutes, but it was over in 35. Like, you knew instantly how this was going.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it felt like 30 seconds to me because I was just like, okay, yeah, here we go. And I always thought he'd win. I just wanted to, I just wanted it to be longer, really dramatic.
Well, the fact that, like, Cyril never even really, he kicked him in the nuts, I guess, but he never really hit him.
Yeah.
Like, there was never, like, after you get that classic Jon Jones stick the hand out distance.
Yeah.
As soon as he did that, you could see he kind of had the feel of where he was. Of like, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah. I'm glad I fell asleep.
I haven't seen anybody KO somebody in that kind of chokehold in a very long time.
It is not easy.
No. Because typically you can get that chin down before you get your hand around it.
I watch Chael Sonnen a lot and stuff like that and talking about, obviously, he hates Jon Jones.
Yeah.
They do not get along.
Yeah.
But he's also he's the fucking greatest.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he beat me in 30 seconds, whatever it was. He beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And he always says this. Like, when that happened, he goes, Surreal wanted out. He knew he couldn't win, so he tapped. He gave up. Because
it looked
you're
like
professionals in that position. Nobody gets choked out in that position at this level.
Yeah.
And like, that's like, if he was against a white belt, okay.
Yeah.
But you're, technically the world champion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted more. Now, I hope that they talk about the Stipe Jon Jones are going to fight in July.
That's what John said. We don't know where Stipe's at.
Yeah.
I hope so. I
know you like Stipe.
But it's one of those things of like, with the Cyril thing, he could never beat Jon Jones. It was always just, is John, what's he going to look like?
Yeah.
Tubby.
Yeah.
Basically, Tubby with a six-pack was weird.
It was weird. It's like, you're fat,
like
but
when you could see the outline of his abs, but his gut was hanging over his shorts. Of like,
this is a weird look.
Took you 3 years to get to this? Because doesn't seem like it should have.
Took me 8 months.
Yeah. I can do that over the fucking winter.
Yeah, exactly.
When I quit doing manual labor, it just fucking happens.
Yeah, I didn't notice his gut until afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, he got fat. Like,
that's just what
he put on weight. I mean,
yeah, when he turned and kind of started strutting, it was like,
oh man.
This is when you pull your hips back a little bit, kind of drop that gut in
there. I was like, are you at a barbecue right now?
But the thing is like everybody wants to talk about with Francis and stuff like that, and I think John would beat Francis.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Francis is very violent.
Yes.
But Jon Jones is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously has knockout power.
Yeah.
I think Jon Jones would get Francis down.
Yeah.
I don't know how well he'll get Stipe down because Stipe is a wrestler / boxer.
Yeah.
But the difference is with Stipe, now granted, he hadn't fought in 2 years almost.
Yeah.
Stipe has that weird power of, it's shocking how many people he's knocked out while backing up.
Backing up, yes.
Like, Stipe will turn your lights out.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
Just right when you drop that guard, and it's like, pop,
People forget about that now because Stipe rushed and got knocked out with Francis. He rung Francis's bell 5 seconds before he kind of rocked him a little bit and charged when he shouldn't have charged. He charged and got caught.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of wobbled him.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm super excited if that happens.
I hope it does happen. Now that I have this weird way of watching the fights, I get to enjoy the fights now. And
I have a weirder way than you. I watch them on TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just click over to the live. There's at least 50 to 6,000 people streaming it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Where I can just, I just flip onto Google and see what match they're on, and then just know I can
see it
I'll just
there.
switch in here.
Now, the Bo Nickel fight where he's, basically, let's see, I mean, they're protesting or...
Under protest? I didn't see the fight.
The guy, Bo Nickel won, and they said that they're, doing to the fight. what's that called when you try to get it like reneged or something? I don't.
No contest.
Yeah, but they're saying that Bo Nickel punched him in the nuts, and so they're trying to get it like reevaluated. I can't think of the fucking word. But yeah, that's what the guy claims, that he hit him in the nuts.
Okay. Usually they're pretty good at catching that because they usually go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you get beat, just get beat.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
The one that shocked me, I'm not shocked that John won. I'm shocked at how fast he won. I thought it'd take the second round.
Yeah.
Because first round, if you haven't watched a lot of John Jones fights,
figures it out.
He's usually getting distance and stuff. Of the Shevchenko shocked the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Because she's only ever really been beat by Amanda Nunes at 135, which is not. But at 125, she murders everybody.
Yeah, and she got choked out.
Now, that is one where she got herself into a bad position.
Yeah.
And you're 100% getting choked out in that position.
Her face. Oh, my God.
Just,
oh, my God. Her
over.
face. I mean, it was just like, her face was awful. Like, ugh.
Yeah, when your opponent gets on you like a backpack and has their arm under your chin.
Oh, yeah.
You are fucked at that level.
The lady who she was fighting, I don't think Stachenko she couldn't have landed any better for her to get her legs wrapped around her legs.
Yeah, it was
the perfect fucking story. I mean, she couldn't move her lower body to thrust at all.
Yeah, it was like watching it of like, that couldn't have, like you couldn't have positioned yourself in a better spot for her to take your back.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I was shocked she got beat and shuffles up that weight class a little bit with.
Yeah. That's tough. Like the women's fights are awesome, but you always get somebody that gets dominant in that, like, you know, like Amanda Nunes got knocked out. Or no, well, she gets submitted. She got submitted by fuck, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
She instantly beat her again. Of like, okay, well, that was a fluke.
It was a fluke. The
115, the straw weight, those are like been some bangers. Well, but then like all of a sudden
Rose, yeah,
she's not fighting anymore.
Yeah,
she hasn't fought in a while.
And she's a fucking badass.
I fucking love her.
She's a badass. Yeah. What happened with Ngannou that he's not coming back to the UFC?
What he wanted, obviously he wanted money.
Yeah.
Which I think they were okay on the money. But he wanted to be able to also do boxing matches. Because he's got it in his mind. Everybody has it in their mind that they can go fight in a boxing match and make so much more money because Conor McGregor did it.
Yeah. Conor
McGregor's Conor McGregor.
And he fought Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather at peak.
Yes.
If they fought that fight again, nobody'd fucking watch it.
No.
It's And it's not 100% that fight did as well as they say it did.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't think it did.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, they won't let me do what I want to do. Of like, well, you're signed to us.
Yeah.
So if you go over there and, you know, because it was talking about with Tyson Fury of like, you're going to get your fucking ass kicked by.
Oh, my God.
Well, he hits hard of like, yeah, so did Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
And then for the most part, you don't touch Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Like it's all right. You hit hard. You can't fucking hit him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And he hits really hard too. So it was like he wanted to box. They wouldn't let him do that. So they let him walk away.
Yeah.
Of like, what guy, how in the world do you think Dana White is going to say, yeah, I'll let my fighter go box maybe the greatest boxer ever.
Yeah.
If you get knocked out and then can't fight when we need you to fight, you need to train for that for 6 months, and then you get knocked out and you're out another. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
And then you'll notice that you hadn't booked anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't know why. I didn't know the backstory with all that stuff.
It's all that. Well, when you had like the Jake Pauls and all that shit going on, and I watched that fight, and it's like very obviously that's over.
Yeah.
The Jake Paul, Tyson Fury's brother fight. Like, there's a lot of hugging and some punching. And it's like, yeah, you're a boxer that has 8 fights. You looked exactly like I thought it, and that guy's a boxer that had 5 fights, and he beat you. Say what you want. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was boring. And
I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah. I watched it on TikTok.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was just. I hope they do the Stipe Jones one, and then there's another fight coming up in like 2 weeks. That's pretty big.
Well, you got Connor is fighting.
Yeah,
they're doing the him.
Well, they're doing the Ultimate Fighter, right?
They're
so
the
Michael
coaches,
Chandler,
him
right?
and Michael Chandler, and then they fight at the I don't know what fight. I don't know when that is.
Yeah, is Henry Cejudo coming back to fight Sugar Sean? I think I saw that somewhere.
Did they sign it?
I don't know if they signed it or not.
I don't know that. I don't think they've signed that yet. Oop, I don't want to do that as the top 100 free agents listed, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's see. What do we got? 286 is Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman. Oh, that rematch.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah,
Justin Gaethje coming back.
Gaethje, I saw that one, but I thought somewhere along the lines, I thought it was Henry, because I know he called him out after one of Sean's fights, and
Henry, he's been doing that for 3 fucking years and never does anything.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't like him.
He's a piece of fuck.
Yeah, I don't take the 5'5" fucking 110-pounder guy very seriously.
I mean, he's 130, dude. Come on. Give him his credit.
Who?
He's 130.
Oh, has he?
Cejudo?
Yeah.
130. He's not 110.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. I was just saying, I was being dramatic.
I was just saying, give him this extra 20.
Oh, okay, sorry. 130. Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
He's a really good wrestler, isn't he? Isn't that his
gold
thing?
medalist.
That's what I thought.
Olympics,
No, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, he won. He basically calls himself the triple champ because he's got a gold medal, the 125 belt, and the 135 belt he won, and then he retired.
Yeah, I watched the fight after he retired.
And then he's been talking shit for 3 years of like, hey.
Yeah, because his last fight was the COVID fight where Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson fought. And, yeah. Ngannou knocked out the one guy in like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what he's been doing that with fucking like 6 or 7 different guys. Like,
who do you want to fight?
Are you even in the USADA pool? Are you getting tested? Because it's fucking 6 months. If you've been out of the pool, it's like 6 months you have to be in it before you can even fight.
Okay.
I gotcha. You have to come back in.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he left it.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if the UFC's been letting him stay in this for 3 years because they have to pay for it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
Because that was the thing, too, of like Connor left the fucking USADA pool and then came back in of like, oh, it seems like you're 195 pounds of muscle. That seems weird.
Yeah. Well, him and
Gyllenhaal doing that.
Gyllenhaal's
fucking yoked.
Oh, my God.
We've been sticking in your butt cheek, huh?
No shit. Been getting some of the Rock's shit that he takes. He came out for that promo at the weigh-ins, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. He looks bigger than he did in Southpaw.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
I mean, I don't know how to, like, he looked, I mean, just fucking yoked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, it's fucking Roadhouse, man.
Yeah,
like,
don't put it.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know how you mess with Roadhouse. I hope they just call it Roadhouse and just make something completely fucking different.
Well,
because it's supposed to, his backstory, he's a UFC fighter.
Yeah. But he plays Dalton.
Yeah, I know. No. I'm such a Roadhouse fan that I want it to be good. Yeah. I hope he has a cool finishing move.
Bullshit.
I don't want Connor to be the bad guy. I want him to
100% has to be the bad guy.
I want Connor to be the Sam Elliott. That's what I want.
No.
There's no fucking way. Like, pick somebody else other than McGregor, because nobody is going to believe that fucking Jake Gyllenhaal is going to beat fucking Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he might in that form. But I assume Gyllenhaal's bigger than Conor. I don't know how tall Gyllenhaal is.
Yeah. But, rip his throat out big.
Well, that's the other thing. Are you going to do that? Because I kind of don't want you to. Because it was perfect the way it did. I assume Conor's playing the guy who got his throat ripped out.
I would assume that as well.
I think, and I'm different. Like, if you want Conor to be the Sam Elliott, like, Conor's got to be the bad guy.
Because that's Conor. Conor. Yeah, I know.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
All right.
You fucking ass beat. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I fought guys like you in prison.
But yeah, it's I just don't know how. Well, and that was the other thing is like, because they were going to redo that movie fucking 8 years ago, but Ronda Rousey got her ass fucking pummeled two fights in a row, so they canceled the movie.
Yeah, they're going to do a
now it's back with Jason. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
So.
And I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I do too.
Yeah. And the fact, I just like that it seems like he bought into it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not the small look like
Right.
like, you know, Swayze. He's like, you're a little too small. You know, it's fucking huge.
And from the crowd filming, obviously, you're going to get footage of the fight. Feel like that's him getting suspended and kicked out of the UFC for the way that fight went.
Yeah.
I mean, 100% went over and kneed the guy in the fucking head after everything was over. So,
yeah.
You know, like you don't keep your job after that, and that's how you end up
bouncing
at the bar.
Being a cooler.
See, that the thing that like Swayze, it was like, you know, like a kung fu kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
more of a kicker.
But like with Gyllenhaal being like a UFC thing of like, are you just going to do it with like somebody, if he just fucking takes it, just ground and pound? Just like, no movie fight.
Nope.
It's like you just fucking shot down, double legged him, and started hammer fist in his face.
All right, who wants next?
The Double Deuce.
The Double Deuce.
That's such a good fucking movie.
I know.
I like Gyllenhaal.
So
like Gyllenhaal's getting up that rung of like, hey, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. If he's in it, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the last one with the ambulance thing.
Yeah.
It was all right. I mean, it was a
very Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happening.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
Like it was one of those, I feel like if anybody else but Michael Bay did it, it could have been a fantastic movie.
Yes.
But it was more of the
big explosions, action.
Let's get this really hot chick that kind of looks like the girl that was in Transformers.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I mean, it's like, boy, this feels
very similar.
Yeah.
I felt like, I'm like, is that an ambulance going to turn into Optimus Prime? Like, I had that.
It kind of had that of like, I feel like somebody else could have made this. It was still good.
Yeah, I feel you're right, though. If anybody else had this movie, it would have been just top notch.
Yeah.
Even the one where it's just him on the phone call was fantastic.
That had to cost $0 fucking dollars to make.
And it was awesome. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, that fucking Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
That's
a good one, too. He put out like 3 or 4 in a row there. Well, obviously, Prisoners is fantastic. Him and Hugh Jackman, and that one's really good. The one where he's like he's the writer, Nocturnal Animals. Have you ever seen that one? That's a fucking awesome movie. There's another weird one where he's in too, kind of like that kind of. Maybe it's Nightcrawler I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. It's the one where it's like, is he a serial killer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
just that whole scene where it was like Rene Russo of like, he's getting all this footage, so she's having to bang him to get it first. And he's like, you just need to come over and do what I tell you to do, and let's stop with the chit chat. I'm like, Jesus, man. You get over here and you suck my dick, and I will give you the footage of this triple homicide.
Okay.
But it was that part of like, hey, is he doing the murders?
Yeah.
I mean, but it played into that of like, I'd like to see him as a serial killer.
He'd be really good at it.
I'd like to see a movie where he is almost like a Dexter character. Like he's a good guy, but he just, killed a lot of people.
He had that serial killer-esque psychopath that in that ambulance movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's like everything's like, you're a little out there.
There hadn't been a lot like a good guy serial killer.
Yeah.
I mean, Ted Bundy's pretty good. But, they tried to do it with the was it a Prime show with Steve Carell where he's a therapist, gets kidnapped by a serial killer.
FX. It's on FX. Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like it could have been way fucking better. And all I can think is like when he does kill people, he chokes them. Like, that's not real.
Yeah. No.
You know how hard it is to strangle somebody with your bare hands?
Yeah.
You don't do it in a minute. It takes like several.
Yeah, exactly.
Of like, I'm not buying that.
No. He seems more of a stabber.
Yeah.
Like from behind, too.
Yeah. Like right in the rectum.
Oh, I was thinking like under the ribs, like.
Yeah. Like catch the bleeders and then come up through in the lungs.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's got a gut hook.
Yeah. You get the bleeders so they can't scream and they bleed out.
Like that show would have been really good, like on like an HBO or
well, yeah, because I think they could have went a little further and showed the killing, not just the There's too much Carell, not enough
Murder.
Yeah.
Not enough, like, negative.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wanted to like his character. Like, I want him to be a serial killer.
Like, we all know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to play out like this isn't going to get there.
Yeah.
You had 8 episodes. You could have killed several people.
Yeah, for sure. The, this isn't a TV show, but I watched, M. Night Shyamalan, The Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
It's actually really fucking good.
Is it?
Yes.
I heard good things.
It's really fucking good. It doesn't seem like one of his movies.
Where it's some big, stupid, fucking, twisty, fucking, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Just a movie.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
And it's got a little bit of, I guess it does have a little religious thing to it, but it's really fucking good. And it's only like an hour and a half. So, like, it happens fucking quick. It's not, I thought they drug Signs was a good movie to me, but they fucking just, I didn't need all that other extra, little stuff. And then the last one M. Night Shyamalan did was not good at all. And I like some of his movies. Yeah. The one where The Visit with the grandparents, you ever watch that one? That one's really good, too.
I don't know. He lost me on, obviously, when he hit it with Sixth Sense. Yeah. And of like, then everything had to be the craziest fucking twist ever of like, okay.
The Visit has
the fuck down.
The Visit has the best twist. So it's a mom and her 2 kids, and she hasn't seen, her and her parents had gotten in a fight, and she just kind of took off. Well, they kind of reconnected, and she was letting them see her grandkids for the first time, and they were staying with them over the weekend. And they're doing like weird shit, and like the grandparents are fucking like nuts, and like the grandma like laughs, and the grandma asks the one she goes, "Hey, will you get in the oven while I clean it?" Like weird shit like that. Yeah. So there's like a half hour left of the movie, and they FaceTime their mom, and she's like, "Oh, how's it with the grand?" And they're like, "It's really weird. Can you come get us?" And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, where are they at?" And she goes, "Those aren't your grandparents." Like, they were some psychos that like killed her grandparents because her grandparents volunteered in a psych ward. Oh. So they escaped, murdered them, and then pretended to be the grandparents. Nice. Yeah, it was a great twist. Nice. I liked that movie. But other than that, all of his other stuff was kind of bad. Yeah,
the one like I think it was with Joaquin Phoenix, the fucking town thing or whatever, where it turns out that they're in modern times.
Yeah.
But they thought they lived like it was fucking 1412.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, well, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, not good.
It's like, and it wasn't even that far off. It was like, you're like fucking 200 yards away from a fucking interstate.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
It just got so, like, you had that success with it. It was like, how can I make it more?
Yeah, the Knock at the Cabin was really good. I enjoyed it.
It's killer that it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm happy that shit's kind of starting to happen of like, just give it here.
Well, like, it's not 5 minutes into the movie and you're introduced to every character that's in the movie.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's 2 or 3 flashbacks that are like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. It's just kind of giving you like a little glimpse of this. And it was really fucking good.
I'm getting into, obviously, I think there's only like 1 episode of Kingstown left for the season.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see, obviously, I've never watched Yellowstone, will never watch Yellowstone. But I'm seeing where people get with like the Taylor Sheridan thing of like the second season of like, hey, it could have been 6 episodes and you've drug it out to 10.
Yeah.
Like this last, like nothing fucking happened.
Uh-huh.
Like the last 2 episodes, nothing fucking happened.
Yeah.
Like you just, so I was thinking like the 7th episode or the 8th episode or whatever was kind of So I'm like, all right, they did that, but the last 2 will be bangers.
Yeah.
And then the 9th one came out and I'm like, what the fuck are we? So you just pack everything in, leave some big cliffhanger in number 10. So you have to, of like,
that's not what we want.
Yeah, and then your co-star your star almost fucking died.
Yeah,
after,
exactly.
I mean, so I don't even know if he can walk. I don't know what the.
Yeah. I don't know either.
But I see where people get with the Yellowstone thing of like, okay,
yeah,
this is.
I've had enough.
This is the second season of like 8 episodes is fine or 6.
Yeah,
I don't care how many it is as long as it's just.
Good TV.
And it's like, you're making 40-minute episodes or 42-minute episodes. It's like, this on a streaming platform, but you're making everything for TV. Mm-hmm. So you can slip commercials in here.
Yeah.
Of like,
make it longer
fuck you.
and less episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what was always great about Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever, the Sherlock Holmes when he played. I don't know if you ever watched those.
No.
Great.
Are they?
On BBC.
Yeah.
They'd only be like 5 or 6 episodes, but each episode was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And it was like
good. Yeah.
Of like hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You just made like 6 movies.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
You didn't need 10 when 6 can do it if you just make them.
Yeah, make them just better.
You know, it's like when you talk about that with She-Hulk, that one of like, it's like 18 minutes.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
my God.
What did you do?
Do?
Did you shoot this in a day?
Yeah, that's what it was like. I'm like, it's over. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make the bangers, man.
That's all we want.
I don't know how we can do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
he did it.
How about make shit that people want to watch?
He did it. It was great. I really did it. It was one of the better ones I've watched in a long time. New movies, I should say.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking we were talking about like on the remake of Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a little social media traffic of people like just like memes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's shocking that they haven't remade it, but it feels like with like a little traction that somebody's going to have the idea to do it. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Oh.
Which is a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Of like, I can't believe they haven't remade that yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's coming. I don't know how you work it in with the way cell phones are and stuff, but
that's one like that don't miss or missed call or one missed call, like where the babies, like the murders in the house with the babysitters.
Oh yeah.
Like, we have caller ID.
Yeah. Unknown caller. Nope.
Nope. Yeah. Nope. Or like the new Scream that's coming out. Like, why pick up?
Yeah.
He's
going to call calls for like a fucking, hey, nobody has a house phone.
Yeah, exactly. What is this?
Like
it's
somebody
ringing. Like, what the fuck
like
is that?
A kid today going back to watch the original Scream, and she picks that up going, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Why is it hooked? Why is it on the wall?
Like it'd be like us watching the ones from the 30s where it's like the, where they have like the handheld where it's like the little fucking cone that you talk into.
Yeah. But I'll watch that new Scream. I've watched all of them. Might as well watch this one.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not? They're not awful.
No. I mean, this one probably will be.
Probably will be.
They're probably going to try to do so many callbacks to
Nev Campbell's not even in it.
Like a wink to this would happen in the first one.
Yeah.
Remember.
Well, there was a fan theory that Matthew Lillard's character is still alive from the first one.
Probably.
Because it never showed him, you know what I mean? He just kind of was in the kitchen. My mom and dad are going to be so mad at me.
What the greatest wink would be is if they had... they somehow worked Doofy in.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Dude, it's like, I use the GIF all the time when they're at the police station and he puts his fingers up to the
ass.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my God. That's how you become a man, dude.
And the one, it's tough to find the GIF of him banging the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. The only one I can find is where he like comes out of his room and he's
just holding it. Yeah, you can't find the.
Yeah.
But that scene where he sticks his fingers up to that cop's nose, he's like, "Oh Jesus Christ,
what is that?" My ass. Good movie. Yeah, well, they killed Arquette in the last one, and then Nev Campbell's not coming back for this one. So Courtney Cox is the only like original,
and she's far from original.
Yeah, and she looks
like a piece of goddamn plastic that got too close to the blowtorch.
Yeah, it's not good. There was a TikTok that popped up of her, and it was how to eat New York style pizza, and the first thing she does is dabs the grease off. I said, if you talk to any New Yorker, they're going to punch you in the face. Dab
the grease off?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's the way it is.
Yeah. This is the way we do it. Like,
you get the greasy pizza that's probably better than anything you've ever had for $2.
Exactly. You fold it.
You fold it and eat the fucking thing while you're walking.
Yeah.
And then you throw the crust at a bum if you don't want it. Because they're less than us, Seth.
I know. I know they are. Oh, going into to football, they released like the commissary or the
commissary. They all in prison.
The comp picks.
Yeah,
and the Niners got 7 comp picks.
Oh, for losing all their coaches.
For losing all their coaches, yes. Yeah.
When do those come in?
It's
like third round or
I think third round. The highest,
in between the third and fourth or something like that. Well, I guess it depends on who you lost. And they lost 2 coordinators, so they get 2 high ones.
They get third. I think the highest ones they'll have is third. There is a way, I forget, if you lose your highest paid player, I believe that's like a second rounder, and that's the highest you can get.
Yeah. Yeah, basically if you lost a quarterback, but basically, not if you, which usually it just never happens unless you cut them, and if you cut them, you don't get a comp pick.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they got, Philly.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost both their coordinators.
Yeah. Yeah, that's and good ones. Good coordinators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got to be coordinator to head coach, right?
Yes, coordinator to head coach.
Coordinator to coordinator, you don't get
position,
anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they can't. The team you're under contract with cannot stop you from interviewing for a head coaching job.
Just
they can't stop you
from parallel position. Yep.
Which when people talk about how good Eric Bieniemy is, shocking that Kansas City's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. If he called the plays in Kansas City, why'd they let him interview?
Yeah, why'd they let him go?
Yeah.
Because they can 100% stop that.
Yeah, if they really wanted him.
And they didn't.
No. Because they know that it's not going to go well for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Let's go.
Since where he went.
Yeah.
Instantly, we're not interested.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Now, I heard a little bit of like there's some pots because that tag never gets used the way it's intended, that 2 first-round picks.
Yes.
They can you have to blindside the GM basically with an offer because it has to happen before he would sign the tender.
Yeah.
So if a GM calls Baltimore and says, hey, I'll give you a first and a second, and I'll,
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want him on your team.
Yeah, obviously.
You wouldn't have done this if you did.
Yes.
You don't want him on your team. So as soon as he signs it, then you just trade him.
Yeah.
So it's when people say it's like, it's collusion of like, well, no, that thing's, the 2-pick thing has only happened one time.
Yeah, and it wasn't a quarterback.
And it was just kind of a weird thing of like, it never happens because it gets backdoor traded and stuff like that. So, but for everybody to come out, be like, hey, they put the tag on him. 3 minutes later, we're not interested. We haven't had a quarterback in a fucking decade.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
It's such bullshit.
Like, especially like Atlanta and Carolina, both trying to get everything for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And then like, no, this guy's won an MVP. Nah.
Sorry, I don't want him.
No, we don't want him.
Of all the fucking quarterback, like Vegas, you don't want him?
Yeah.
You're not getting Rodgers.
No.
Rodgers is either apparently a Jet or
apparently
a Packer.
It's almost a fucking done deal that he's a Jet.
Yeah. I don't believe any of that shit that come out. There'll be some kind of backdoor trade. He's not playing for Baltimore. That's my 100%.
They don't want him.
They don't want him, or they would have given what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, why wouldn't he? Okay. These talks have been going on the whole season.
Yeah.
After he gets hurt, why aren't you instantly shopping him if you know they knew? They didn't wait till fucking last week and decide they don't want him.
Yeah.
You should have been shopping him then. It makes you look shitty that you franchise tagged this guy.
Yeah,
even after the comments of last week from your GM.
The fact that you let an MVP quarterback that is electrifying, everybody loves watching Lamar play. Everybody.
Yep.
They say, well, he's just a running back. I was like, no, he can throw the fucking ball.
Yeah.
They just don't have any receivers.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And as soon as you let him get to the part where you can tag him and that's your only option, you didn't want him.
Yeah.
Every other quarterback is not getting to that point.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott got to that point. They didn't tag him, but they paid him.
But he's Dak Prescott.
I'm not 100% sure they fucking wanted him.
Yeah.
They just didn't have any other option.
I still don't think they want him.
I think they'd I'll tell you what, if they traded Dak Prescott for fucking Lamar Jackson, I think they'd be better off. Now you put Zeke and Pollard back there with Lamar Jackson and a couple fucking weapons. If they can keep Schultz, he's on the list today.
Yeah.
Obviously, he got tagged last year. I assume they're going to pay him since they let Amari walk, but who knows?
Who knows? I bet they let him walk.
They might, yeah.
I do. I just bet it's something that nobody values. The good teams value the tight end position.
Yeah.
The great teams value the one tight end.
Yeah.
A lot of good teams value that, like, hey, we have like 2 or 3 tight. Now, the great teams, it's why you'll never see Travis Kelce leave Kansas City. It's why Jimmy Graham was in New Orleans for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
The great teams know what that position means to a defense.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews for Baltimore. It's like he's the highest paid receiver on their team.
Yeah.
And his deal's going to be coming up soon.
Yeah.
So it's just the great teams know how much that position means. The good teams realize they can have 2 or 3 of them do the same thing.
Such a weird thing for Baltimore of like, who are you going to get? If this goes out and he isn't there and he gets traded.
Yeah. I 100%. DaCosta seems like kind of an arrogant prick.
Yeah.
And I like John Harbaugh, but he seems arrogant enough to say, we'll just win with Huntley.
Kinda.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jimmy G.
Or something
we'll get Jimmy G at 25.
Something like that.
And
something like that. And
we'll hand the ball off and play fucking defense.
We'll Ravens football. That's fine.
That's fine. That's what you are.
Yes. I just feel like that's the way they're going.
Now, I've heard a lot of talk. I didn't watch anything really today because I didn't get out of work till late and then got over here. But Pac-Man has been on McAfee. He's fucking awesome.
He is funny.
But he's 100% of like people are like, oh, it's nice that guys are being their own agent and stuff. And Pac-Man's like,
no,
he doesn't have a deal because he doesn't have an agent.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
He'd either been signed or traded by now.
Yeah.
And what the talk about of like, your agent never tells you what they have, because it's a negotiation of like, hey, he's hurt. He doesn't pass that well. He's kind of running.
Yeah.
We're not going to pay him this. But now when you have to say this to his fucking mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, maybe gets a little hurt feelings on there of like, so 100%. And that was the other point of if this is ending up being a trade, like the 2 draft pick thing's not going to happen, 2 first rounders anyway.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. But also the agent right now, and at the combine, this deal would have been done. He would have been traded.
Yep.
But who do you contact? You call his mom?
Yeah.
What do you fucking do?
It's tough. It's tough in that way. To me, you represent yourself when you're kind of on this back half of your career.
Yeah.
You're getting what you feel you're owed.
When Richard Sherman did it, Richard Sherman had a Hall of Fame career already in the bag and said, hey, give me $8 million and some incentives and I'll play this.
And understood his position of him.
Hey, I'm a fucking zone safety. I'm a cover 3 safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Work me in.
We know exactly what you are and we know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Also went to Stanford.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's say.
Very smart man.
People always say that. What the fuck's he know? He went to fucking Stanford.
Yeah, with a degree. Graduated from Stanford. Yeah, has a degree. Yeah, the Lamar situation, though, it's just weird.
Yeah.
He will not be in Baltimore. I don't know where he goes, but he will not be in Baltimore.
I just don't understand why they don't want him.
I don't either.
Because what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You're drafting like 19.
Yeah.
I mean, something like that.
Nobody wants that pick.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that pick.
You're in no man's land.
Yeah. There's all the quarterbacks are going to be gone.
6th offensive lineman, the 9th fucking defensive back,
and you're
a wide receiver that you're going to miss on again. It's what they're going to draft. They're going to draft a wide receiver that nobody fucking wants.
Yeah. Your defense and your offensive line, their defense is good.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you don't have anything to really entice anybody to come play quarterback for you. Your running back room, it's usually fucking hurt. I mean, the last 2 years, they've been
very good when healthy.
Yeah, it's very good when healthy.
Top notch when healthy.
Your offensive line's getting old.
Yeah.
What's your
nobody to throw to? Maybe that's why you get Jenny G, because he didn't fucking throw anyways.
Yeah. You have this tight end.
Yeah.
That's it.
And like, maybe you should have got this done and you could have got a Derek Carr or somebody.
Yes, somebody. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's not like, he didn't go to the playoff game or he didn't go. It's like fucking injured guys usually don't travel.
Yeah.
Usually when you have an injury that he had, you don't get on planes because it swells up. And I mean.
Yeah. People don't get that though.
No, people are stupid. We're the smartest ones, Seth.
Yes, I know.
We're super smart.
My ear.
So I don't even know how accurate my free agent listing is.
Well, there's been some guys cut in the last couple of days, so I don't know if mine should be up to date of this what this website does. So
who you on?
It's NFL trade rumors.
Because I'm just on the NFL top 101 free agents.
Okay.
And they say they update it, but I don't know.
They might. There's some talent out there this year. There's some big talent out there.
Who's the first guy on your list? Do they have
Orlando Brown?
Okay, I have him number 2. I've Javen Hargrave is listed number 1, so I don't know if he'd done anything yet or not. So I don't know how he's listed ahead of fucking Orlando Brown.
I don't think this is. I don't know how the hell they're ranking this. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's not by name or position or age. So I don't know how.
Well, Orlando Brown should be the number 1.
Yeah, he's the best
100%.
Best left tackle in the market. Still left tackle in this league.
What'd you guys do with Draymond Jones? Is he free?
He's walking, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't
I just
tag
wanted to
him.
make sure they didn't tag him or something like that. Which actually they only like 6 people got tagged, I guess.
So the tagging with him was weird because he played, if he would have had the DT snaps, they would have tagged him because it was only like 15.
Yeah.
But he had majority of his snaps were at the end, and that was like 19.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think 19. He'll get paid. He's not bad. He's just undersized. So who do you want to start with?
Let's just start with Orlando Brown.
Okay. I don't see KC letting that guy go.
Apparently they are.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't think they can make it work.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean?
I mean, anytime you see he's 27, for God's sake.
Yeah.
It's really good. Probably going to a bad team. Like, if the Bears don't...
he hadn't gotten paid yet.
No, if the Bears don't offer him the bag, they're stupid.
That's the only place
That's the only place that makes sense for him to go is Chicago. They have the most money. They have like almost like $90-some million.
Because if I'm Chicago, exactly what I'm doing. Because with the way they're drafting, they're going to end up with a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Because they're going to trade him back and all that stuff. The other guy that's available but is not a free agent, of one, you sign Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
And you trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's you have the money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You trade back, get a defensive guy, you build up, you know. You can pick up Orlando Brown and pick up another. So if you're going to have him playing left, I think he's better at right. But if you're going to have him play left, and if you need to, I don't know how their line is. It's fucking garbage everywhere.
Yes, it's awful.
But if you can pick up a left guard, and then, hey, the left side of our line's pretty good. Montgomery can run. Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins has catch everything stuff.
Yeah, it's really good.
Now we got something.
Now we'll know if Fields is worth
we got something.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I thought Brown is Chicago all the way. Now, another guy I had written down for potential Bears spot is that Mike McGlinchey, who would be San Fran's right tackle that they're letting go, or not really let go, but testing free agency.
Yeah.
If you can go ahead and sign both bookends, because, McGlinchey, he's not top tier right tackle.
Right.
So he's not, you're not giving him the bag, but you can pay him a nice amount of money. And now you have both bookends good.
Because they're in a position where the Bengals was. And it's weird because it worked for the Bengals until everybody got hurt at the end. But you could sign 3 offensive linemen and trade for DeAndre.
Yes.
And boy, you're in a good fucking spot real quick and still draft a top 10 defensive lineman.
And that's
probably because they're probably going to trade back to 4 to where they're still going to get the best defensive lineman, depending on if or not you believe that guy killed that girl.
Yeah. Then
allegedly.
with the other, because I had 3 offensive linemen in mind for Chicago, and it would be the center from the Vikings, the Bradbury, who I think he's like 28 years old, but he's manageable.
Yeah.
He's not great. He's not awful. He's manageable. He's a halfway decent. He's better than what you have.
Yeah.
At that position. So those 3 offensive linemen, if they don't go in the trenches in free agency in the draft, like fire the coach, fire the G, like fire fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Because your trenches suck.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. Who else you want? I don't you go ahead. You throw the names out. I don't know. I'm just trying to see. I don't know how accurate my list is.
I don't know how accurate my list is too, because it has the cornerback from Tampa Bay as number 2. That Jamal Dean.
Yeah,
26.
see, mine's got him listed way down at number 10.
So I don't know how accurate.
Well, we'll go with my list then, because maybe it's more accurate.
Okay.
I'm going to skip Javon Hargrave.
Okay.
He's defensive tackle. I mean, everybody.
You're on the NFL Network?
It's just NFL.com.
Okay. I'm on it too now.
Does it go Hargrave, Orlando Brown? Be better.
Loading.
Why is your Wi-Fi working better on my phone?
I don't know.
Than it is on your phone.
The hell?
Hargrave's weird because, he's a defensive tackle. Fucking everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had big years, so I think he probably stays in Philly. But the next ranked number 3 is another Philly guy.
Yeah.
That I think they need to pay a little bit. But CJGJ is up.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
I thought they would retain him, or even tag him, be honest with you. I can't imagine a cornerback tag.
He's a safety. You're tagging him at 15.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. That is weird.
And everybody, I don't know where he goes. You know what? If he walks with what's going to happen, because another guy down the list
that
is going to be allowed to walk from his team, fucking Buffalo.
Oh.
CJGJ there, because Poyer's gone. I think Micah Hyde's gone.
Micah Hyde. And they're really good linebackers up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edmonds.
They can't sign everybody.
No.
I think Poyer's gone.
Because
he's kind of at the end, dinged up a little bit.
Yeah.
If they have some money, I think that's a guy you plug right back in.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, try to stay back and stay with Philly and see what it is of like that,
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tag him. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Like the Bengals held on because they tagged him a year after the Super Bowl.
Now
and they're going to let him walk this year probably.
Now, we're talking Philly, so we know they're very aggressive. What if they're okay? We'll let CJGJ go.
Yeah.
Because we got this other guy named Jesse Bates on the list. Are we? Yeah. You know what I mean? Something.
It's one of those.
Do they have a plan? Because I forget who. I want to say Ryan Clark was talking about Gardner Johnson, and it was like, this guy's like they're Jalen Hurts of the defense. He kind of does everything for him. I'm like, Jesse Bates can fucking be that guy if that's who they're really wanting.
And fucking CJGJ come up hit like a fucking truck too in the run game. I mean, I'm a Jesse Bates fan.
Uh-huh.
I want him to stay in Cincinnati. I think he's just going to be a cap casualty of, hey, we got to pay Burrow. Who knows what's happening with Mixon? I assume he's getting cut with the shit coming this way, which broke my heart of like knowing that he's going to get cut. And then obviously what happened allegedly down at his place. Second time in like 2 months. Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of made the choice probably easy with the number he's going to make. But then fucking Danny Dimes works that deal off and Saquon gets tagged. So.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a tough one. That is a tough one.
And Derrick Henry might hit the market, people say.
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening after what the Titans GM came out and said. Like,
I didn't hear what he said.
He said, basically, we are built to run the football and to play in the cold. We're a tough team. So I think you're going to get rid of him. That's your tough team.
Well, their main thing is they got to do something at quarterback because I think they're going to let him walk.
Yeah.
Or, well, murder week, I guess, as well. It comes up. Is it now?
Yeah. Monday is the tampering period.
Yeah.
Wednesday hits the fan.
So is this when they start cutting people? Well, yeah, because they got to get under the cap by.
Yeah.
So we're in.
Ooh, we're in it right now.
We're in it.
Yeah.
So
they should be cutting people anytime.
By Wednesday. So it's the 15th. So I think it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, now.
Murder week now.
Yeah.
Of like,
in the next
we got to get
5
under the cap.
days, everybody's cut.
A lot of big names going to hit the market.
Well, I was reading today, like, Thielen's gone.
Yeah.
There's a couple other big name guys that are going to get cut.
Boy, Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Doesn't it just seem like he's going to end up in Kansas City?
Oh, I was thinking New England, but yeah,
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because Juju and them are walking.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to fucking pay him again.
No, it does seem like that. Oh, the guy that catches everything? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The only reason that he's not on this team anymore is because this guy named Justin Jefferson, and we just don't have enough fucking balls.
Yeah, exactly. And he's uncomfortable, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, then it goes on the list. James Bradbury, he's 30.
Yeah.
He'll get some money, but hell, he may just resign with the Eagles.
Yeah, some of those guys
he didn't have a market.
Yeah,
he got traded. Like, he doesn't. For him to be 4 on the list, there's some offense and defensive linemen that are above him. And we talked about Jesse Bates.
Yeah, Jesse Bates. He's not like what how this talks about. He's better as a single high, and that's not what Buffalo does. But he's gonna get
money.
Yeah, and I just
26, and he's that good. I mean, he's gonna get paid.
Yeah, and as they, the Bengals already drafted another safety. Yeah. I mean, I think they knew this was, as soon as Joe Burrow was what he was like, hey, we better get somebody because we can't fucking pay you.
Yeah.
So, and then when you draft the receivers that they got, of like, somebody's got to go.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell he would go.
Who?
Jesse Bates.
Yeah, I mean, again, Philly kind of comes to mind since they're losing.
If they don't re-sign,
if they don't re-sign them, honestly, I don't know either. I'm trying to think of teams who really like that too high. Denver really likes that too high, but they're not gonna pay him that much money. They don't do free agency, and I know it's in the division, but imagine like Jesse Bates and Minkah Fitzpatrick back there. Like, that would be like, those Steelers love playing 2 fucking safeties.
He's so fucking good.
He is.
It's just I don't know where the market is.
Yeah,
though.
I don't either. Well, I mean, Justin Simmons got signed last year for, I think he makes almost 20.
Yeah, that's for teams with a quarterback that doesn't make 45 and 2 receivers that are going to make in the 20s.
Yes.
And
I know. I know.
With the league, the way the league is, like, he'd be a guy like on a redo and stuff like that, like in a Green Bay.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Maybe in Minnesota.
Maybe. Maybe their defense is trash, and they got a new coordinator. I mean, they...
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
already talked about McClinchy.
Yeah. Draymond's got to go to a team who runs a 3-4, because he is a 3-man front defensive end, which means he basically plays the 3 tech to the 5 tech. He's not a 4-man front defensive tackle,
right,
nor a defensive end at that point in time, because he doesn't rush the passer all that well, and he's undersized to be in the A gap there. I don't know, his market's high because he's young and he has the sack numbers, but it's just to specific teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
he's a bad run stopper. I mean, he doesn't stop the run.
Is such a,
and you don't stop. You're running a 3-man front, and you don't plug the run.
Yeah.
And that's been Denver's, like the Raiders. Josh Jacob has ran all over them the last 2 years because we don't have that. That's why he's walking.
Seems like he's just a weird guy. Because if you're not a pass rusher,
he was a weird guy at Ohio State,
and you're not a plugger.
Yeah, he was a weird guy at Ohio State. He played the undersized defensive tackle position.
I feel like he's not going to get a bag. So. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
To me, he's in a situation where they already have a lot of defensive linemen in a rotation.
Arizona.
Yeah. Trying to think of other teams who run that 3-4 look. He's not a Pittsburgh guy. Doesn't stop the run. New Orleans could do it. I think they run more of a 4, but
do they?
Yeah. I honestly, with
and the reason I say New Orleans is
I say Carolina because Ejiro goes to Carolina. Yeah. He likes the 3-4.
The only reason New Orleans stuck out is they got some dogs they're getting a little age to them, and maybe a rotation,
maybe
kind of piece.
Yeah,
I'm gonna skip. There's too many defensive guys. Zach Allen, I don't give a fuck.
I think he'll be in Denver. To be honest with you, I think he'll replace Draymond because.
Vance just fucking should have traded them for each other.
Well, Vance Joseph had him last year, and he thought, very highly of him.
Here's the one that's so weird: Odell Beckham,
top 10.
I don't know where. I mean,
I don't know.
He is. He's a rental. He's a year rental. He's the guy. Not everybody's after.
No.
I mean, everybody should be after him because he's fucking fantastic.
But they're not.
But he's the guy of like. Are we going to the Super Bowl this year? And it's once the draft happens and free agency's over, there's 8 teams realistically that will have a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He will sign with one of those 8 teams.
In June or July.
Yeah.
He's not signing in this week.
I don't know that he's going to camp.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe maybe he might have to just test the knee and stuff like that. Buffalo still seems like that's the spot for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're clearing some cap, yet Diggs, it's, kind of was a little butthurt at the end of the season. Beckham's a nice little
piece there to.
And who knows what that'll do for Diggs, because Odell Beckham will be the best receiver on their team.
Yeah.
That's just, that was very apparent when he got to LA. Mm-hmm. The Cooper Cup is phenomenal.
Yeah. But then everybody was worried.
If he doesn't get hurt, the Bengals get fucking blown out in that game because they weren't stopping him, and he was on his way to an MVP.
He was having a hell of a game.
That was
hell of a game.
He's the best receiver on your team outside of about 6 teams.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting where he goes or where the market is for him.
Yeah. Jamal Dean, cornerback. Anybody that's a cornerback, go to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. He's
I don't know where Eli's apple's at. I don't know what his cap hit. Can we cut Eli?
Probably. He was only a 1-year deal, I thought.
Was he?
I don't know.
I don't know
either.
I'm guessing he's not going to be in the top 100.
No, probably not. Maybe he's at like 93. Jamal Dean, young corner. He's probably going to get a nice little chunk of change. Probably for a bad team.
Yeah. He's going to be in a tough spot too, especially if he's going to want a bag or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll see with Murder Week going, because there's rumors out there Jalen Ramsey's getting cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true, but
I don't
he may
either.
be in L.A. Who knows? Bobby Wagner. Who knows?
I got nothing for him.
No, me either. Not for him.
Myers,
no.
He ain't worth a fuck.
Poyer's interesting. He's older, but he's still good.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been healthy.
No.
Now, if you lose Bates, that might be a nice little sliding piece up there.
That's kind of that'd be the spot.
In Cincinnati.
Hey, we can't pay Bates 20.
Yes.
We can pay Jordan 10.
Yes.
Kind of like what we talked about with the Luan thing of like with the Bengals having trouble at left tackle.
Uh-huh.
I'd pay you 8 or 10.
Exactly.
I'm not, you're not getting left tackle
money.
You'd have got that bag and you haven't played for 2 years. So
yeah, and then Poyer with 32, he's probably searching for one of those teams. I can also see him going. This is a weird spot. Weird go. I can also see him kind of going down to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Their DBs aren't good. One of them, their best one's getting cut. Go down there, make a nice, something. You're 32. You still probably got 4 years left in you.
Fucking Jacksonville's building something.
They are.
Because, it's the little bit. Obviously, I don't like the guy because he always fucked over my team for fantasy. But he's active now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forgot that they traded for him.
Calvin Ridley, yeah.
And now they have Calvin Ridley.
Uh-huh.
2 good young wide receivers.
The nice,
a
huge
good running back that catches out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence is like,
now you just need D.
You kind of got something going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so something like that for him to kind of slide down in there. And, he's 32. He's played in Buffalo with really good defenses. Probably could help out for some of them young guys.
Yeah. Dallas Schultz Cameron Sutton, another cornerback. He's okay.
Yeah.
He's got a chance. He's not great. He's okay.
Any corner who leaves Pittsburgh is always going to struggle because they play so much fucking man.
Yeah.
And you end up getting beat quite a bit because you play so much man. So it's just kind of tough to read him.
Dalton Schultz, I don't know. He probably
somebody's going to pay out the ass for this guy.
Probably.
So this is what he reminds me of. I think he's good. He reminds me of when Cooper left Atlanta and got paid by the Browns.
Yeah.
That's what he reminds me of.
Okay.
The tight end Cooper, not Amari Cooper.
I was like,
I forget his first name.
Get paid and do nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or get paid and go to a team who won't really use you. They just wanted a tight end.
Because he's on this list, not the tight end I would want.
No.
Of the 2 that are the next one that is a couple spots down that we're going to talk about. To me, the other one is the star of the class.
Yes, I agree with you. But I think because he has numbers.
Because he had a star on his helmet.
Yes, and because he has better numbers than the other guy.
Yeah. But I think football people going to really realize why the other guy didn't have the numbers this year, because the offensive play doesn't do much for a tight end. I mean, basically, and we might as well just flip down and talk about it. Mike Gesicki is the other one, or Gesicki, however you say it. He didn't have the numbers playing for Mike McDaniel, which is the 49ers offense, and you can say that one of the best tight ends in the league is George Kittle, and he doesn't put up great numbers because of that offense.
Yes.
And everybody will say, it's Travis Kelce,
George Kittle.
Yeah. George Kittle doesn't have the numbers just because of the system he plays in. Now, Gesicki's not that level, but his numbers drop because of the offense that he's playing in.
He reminds... Now, this is going to be sounding so weird because we're talking highly of him. He's a less athletic Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham could jump, could run, could do everything. Gesicki's not outrunning anybody.
No.
But he's going to go up and get you a fucking ball.
He's a big-ass slot receiver.
He's a big-ass slot receiver. He's a big-ass target. I don't know for a fact of... I don't know. Denver really speaks to me with this one because what Sean Payton did with Jimmy Graham, and he really likes those tight ends, and he likes that big target.
Yeah.
And I think the oldest tight end Denver has is he's only been in the league 3 years, and he's always hurt.
He's a guy that if the Patriots didn't do what they did a year or so ago, he would be a Patriot. But they paid 3 different tight ends. Yeah, him in Denver makes a lot of sense.
And I only say that because of Sean Payton. But there's a lot of other teams that like to pay for tight anybody, like the Texans, okay? What they did, you're going for guys who you want to manipulate the schemes. The guy, you're bringing in a play caller or a quarterback coach, whatever the fuck he was, from San Fran to Houston. They like tight ends.
Yeah.
Here's one. You know what I'm saying? You try to find plays that mimic what the other teams do based where they come from. I can see him in Green Bay if they don't re-sign Tunyon.
Detroit.
That was one of the first ones. Detroit.
It's one of those weird things because you don't think about Detroit with free agents, but I think with Goff the way he is, because you've never seen what they could be because
Hawkinson?
Jameson.
Oh, Jameson, yeah.
Didn't play it. But you could see a glimpse of, hey, there's if we get a guy just inside of him with what we got going, there's something there.
Yeah,
to that.
And they like the vertical passing.
That'd be a good look for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad one either. Not a bad one. Let's scroll back up. Let's hit the Tremaine Edmonds one. I don't think he leaves Buffalo. I think they end up re-signing him. But that man is really fucking good, and he's 25. If the Bills don't offer him a nice chunk of change. I know he's an inside linebacker.
Yeah.
And that's people want to say it's a dime a dozen. But this, sometimes, with the way they run that defense, he's the only linebacker behind the defensive line.
Yeah.
That's hard to fucking replicate.
Yeah.
I struggle with him leaving Buffalo, but if somebody could get their fucking hands on him that runs that 3-4.
Well, it's one of those things, too, on this little blurb of it, is he was great against the Dolphins and then lacked against the Bengals. Well, first of all, it was snowing like a motherfucker, and it's tough on defense.
Bengals don't run the ball.
Yeah, the Bengals don't run the ball, and they're going to put you in a pretzel as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're just going to make you guard Tyler Boyd. Good luck.
Do you know when they play the Chiefs in the NFC title game 2 years ago, and Tyreek Hill runs that really long run?
Yeah.
You know who's guarding him?
Yeah.
Tremaine fucking Edmonds. Yeah. Because that's how Buffalo plays their defense. He was matched up on this fucking guy.
And put you in a pretzel.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but I don't think he leaves Buffalo, but he's a really good linebacker.
Yeah. Next one on the list, Jason Kelce. I think Jason's going to retire.
I think so, too. Just having his third
if he
kid.
doesn't, he's going to be in Philly. He'll sign a 1-year deal or something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Garoppolo, he either ends up in Baltimore if they trade him, Tennessee if they cut. I don't think that he's going to be in Vegas.
I don't think so either.
I think he'd rather stick with Stidham if he had to or draft one. That's...
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Tennessee makes sense. Hand the fucking ball off, throw about 12 times a game.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense there.
That's the way they go.
Makes a lot of sense.
Cheap quarterback at 20 mil, maybe.
Yeah.
Byron Murphy, another cornerback. No big deal.
I think you're going to see, because we always have in the free agency every year, you have that one position that gets hot.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see cornerback.
Well, there's a shit ton of them on the market.
And that's why I think you're going to see a lot of them go.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be interesting who the first one is, because then you're going to see the market just kind of like we did with the receivers.
Yeah.
You hit the one last year, and then all of them just fucking outdid it.
Yannick Ngakoue.
Apparently this guy's like a prick or something, because he's been to like 7 teams and he's 28.
Yeah, he gets traded around a lot.
His production the 1 year in Jacksonville got him the money to go somewhere. Then he got traded to Baltimore. Then he got traded to the Colts.
It was weird. He got traded from Jacksonville to the Vikings. And then the Vikings to Baltimore. And it was a weird thing that it was something. He got traded out of Jacksonville when Jacksonville was a shit show.
Yes.
It was like a fight or whatever.
Yes.
So the way it went is like, if he got something happened or whatever, it would cost Jacksonville a pick or something like that. And it kind of like out of the way to make it happen. And it happened. I mean, I don't know. You know, you're an edge rusher and you're not a big name, so you don't get money. No, that's just the way it is.
And you're a rotational guy on a good team.
Yeah.
I can see him going to like almost like a Philly or a Buffalo or a Kansas City, who just rotate people all the time and just go get after the passer. The Jawan Taylor one's interesting. I really feel like Jacksonville's got to re-sign him.
Yeah.
25, and you had the best year of your career last year, and it's on the up and up. He's got to stay there. He's a first-round draft pick, for God's sake. And he's 25.
The fact that he's hit the market, it doesn't matter. I mean, Caleb McGarry. I don't even know who that is.
He plays for the Falcons.
Yeah. Well, nobody knows who anybody plays. DJ Chark is one of those ones that, like, boy, he's won me some money.
Yeah.
Like, he'll come up and have a massive, like, hey, this week he had 1 catch for -3 yards. Then he had 15 catches for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. I'm like,
Yeah, he's just a weird one. I don't know where he goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
like it's talking about, not a lot of wide receivers on the market.
No.
So he'll get something.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, he's a slot receiver. Find a team who needs one. Go after it.
I don't know who this guy is, but his name is awesome.
Puna Ford. He'll be back in Seattle. He's a defensive lineman. He's just a run stuffer. He's massive.
Shaq Griffin, getting a little long.
Again, cornerback.
Yep.
Cornerback. The next one, Jonathan Jones, cornerback. The next one, Patrick Peterson,
cornerback.
You're going to see a lot of them go fast.
Well, there's so many of them on the market. I don't think everybody can be like, well, I need this. It's like, well, I'll just get one of the other 7 guys that plays exactly, because none of you are fucking top tier guys. So
No.
Oh, you just want me to get Patrick Peterson for a 1-year rental for fucking $8 million? I'll do that. I'm not giving you 30. And he's fucking Patrick Peterson, for crying out loud.
Exactly. But Patrick Peterson at 32. I mean, you just had 4 cornerbacks right in a row there.
Yeah.
Ben Powers. I think. I mean, he's got to be a Raven, right? I mean, you had to started the last 2 years.
Yeah,
not bad. Clowney, I don't give a fuck.
Well, there's your Ben Powers. There's your Chicago thing. Catch a guard.
Yeah.
Clowney, he's a fucking piece.
Yeah.
Of shit.
Well, we're not winning, so I don't want to play.
Jimmy Ward, another defensive back.
Yep. 32. Nate Davis, guard for, I believe, Seattle or the Titans. Titans.
Is Jacoby Brissett is he gonna match Fitzmagic? I mean,
yeah,
he's gonna be on like half the fucking teams by the time. That was the bad thing is honestly that first year when he started for the Colts was playing until he ripped his knee up or whatever.
Playing
well.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, hey, maybe he'll be a long-term answer.
Yeah.
And it was like, nah. Just go. Now you're just on a new team every year.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham, 35-year-old edge rusher. I don't think so.
No.
Rock Ya-Sin.
Not bad. Not a bad corner. A lot of, I think he plays like a lot of man in the, I don't know. Again, corner. Von Bell.
That's the other one.
Both safeties.
Safeties.
I forgot about Von Bell. Not a bad safety either.
No, Von Bell, he makes a lot of fucking plays.
A lot of plays.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's a run stopper. Kind of safety.
And can make some picks. I mean, he's had a couple from what I remember.
He's almost like that, almost like an extra linebacker kind of deal. But yeah, you got both safeties hitting.
Yeah.
Now they drafted one. That's where a Poyer maybe slides in, something like that.
Something or other.
But with Poyer, you're going to have
them.
Yeah.
You got to. I mean, if you're the Cincinnati, you can't lose both starting safeties.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Bell's the cheaper one.
Yeah, but that's the other one. If they're going to both be asking for the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you were going to just sign one, you're not signing Vaughn.
Yeah.
But if he's $8 million cheaper. $6 million cheaper, I mean, he fucking made $18 million last year. So he's not. I mean, he actually technically made more money than.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you have Dalton Reisner from the Broncos. He won't be back.
Yeah.
He was. He caused a lot of issues last year on the sidelines. Now it could have been the coach. Could have been the coach. I mean, who knows? I mean, just
that was a whole kind of fight thing.
Yeah, where he threw the quarterback.
Fucking ripping.
Yeah. Some linebackers coming up. Just
linebackers are just, it sucks. I mean, that's such a position that was such a killer position, but now nobody cares.
It's so funny how the league changes like that. I would honestly, some of the greatest linebackers from the last 15 years, I think would, like, I don't know Ray Lewis's contract. Urlacher's not a linebacker in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because he's huge.
Back to safety.
Yeah, exactly. Isaiah Wynn is an interesting one. There at 44, you see him?
Yeah.
27. Patriots, he got injured a whole lot, but if he can stay healthy, he was a first-round draft pick.
Yep. But he's first-round draft pick for the Patriots, so and they're not good at it.
No. Darius Slayton.
Fast guy.
Yeah.
It's weird out of the Giants thing. Because boy, they didn't have much for receiving, and they got multiple of them. They cut one, and then another one's missing. Who are you throwing to?
Yeah, that one, that big ass guy they have. I don't remember his name. Yeah, he won me some money though. Miles Sanders will be a nice rotational back for somebody.
Yeah,
I mean he's nothing special.
Melvin Ingram's just getting old.
Yeah,
he'll be he's a rotation guy.
Yeah.
Like somebody pick him up of like, hey, we need you on third down.
Yeah.
That's it.
TJ Edwards is an interesting one. I can't imagine him leaving Philly. He played every snap for the last 3 years.
I got to assume half the people have stopped listening to this as we're just listing off players that nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Probably.
As we're down into the 50th person on the fucking,
Yes. But the one guy that I think that Denver will replace one of their guards was that Isaac Simolalo.
Yeah.
Just because, he's better than what they have, and he's not going to be expensive.
Trying to scroll down long enough to see if anybody, if Eli Apple,
is on the list.
Is on the list. Fuck, I forgot about Hayden Hurst.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. There's not bad people. Taylor Rapp, that'd be an interesting
25-year-old fucking safety.
Yeah. Man, Tunyon, Alexander Madison, the backup for Minnesota, 25-year-old running back, solid guy. He'll probably get a chance because he's been behind freaking Dalvin Cook for 3 years. Don't see a whole lot. He's not on the list.
No. Yeah, I don't know what his contract was.
I'm gonna Google it.
It's worth Google. It's really not.
It's really not. No.
I just care to know if I have to go. Jesus fucking Christ! Do we have him again?
He is an unrestricted free agent next month. So yeah, he's a free agent. That was in February.
Yep.
Yeah, and his quote was, "I want to go where I'm wanted." Nobody fucking wants you.
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you. You're trash.
You've done amazing with what you've had. You played in a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody hates you.
Yeah. You've made enemies everywhere.
Yeah.
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 You're not even a guy like you hate him, but you'd be okay with him on your team. He's not even that kind of hate. Because there's some guys like, man, I fucking hate that guy, but I wouldn't hate him if he was on my team, you know?
Yeah.
He's not one of those guys either. He'd be like, yeah, this guy's a fucking prick.
Could you imagine, because was it when the Bengals beat the Chiefs, because they intercepted,
Yeah.
but it was the play before where hit him right in the chest. Could you imagine if he would have caught that fucking ball?
Probably would have fumbled.
I mean, just what it would have been. Of like, well, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We're the reason we're going. I'm the reason we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Of like, does that hit him? Because he hit him
right
in the chest, and then I think Von Bell picked off the next pass.
Yeah,
I think
literally very next play. Very next play.
Because it was like, boy, you threw a bad pass there, and then like, fuck, here's another one.
Yeah, right to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the free agency, the tampering period Monday is like, yeah, here's your contract. We just got to wait till Wednesday.
It's such a weird thing. Of like,
stupid.
Hey, we know everybody's cheating, so we'll just say it's,
yeah.
You know.
It's
you can start negotiating.
It's pending.
And then you just start, you know.
Yeah, got to wait till Wednesday.
You start faxing it in at 8 a.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, hell, I think it's like today or yesterday, fucking Denver traded for Russell Wilson, but it wouldn't have went through till next Wednesday.
It didn't go through till.
Yeah.
And most, actually, like his probably didn't go through till June 1st.
Probably not, yeah.
Because mostly, like when Rodgers gets traded, if he gets traded, that'll be like a post-June 1st.
Yep.
Because whatever cap hit, weird shit.
Yeah.
That's probably going to happen. I didn't check Twitter. It probably happened when we were.
No, I think we would have got it.
I don't think they can. Can they trade right now?
I don't think so. I mean, we would have heard about it. I mean, ESPN app would have buzzed or something.
Yeah.
Don't think that we would have not known while we're doing the show.
I made a sticker.
Yeah.
And I stuck it on that college athlete thing, like the random college athlete.
With Peter Griffin in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was funny. Got a lot of likes.
Well, and then they deleted the tweet.
Aw, man.
Yeah. What a bunch of fucks, huh?
Yeah.
That was getting some good.
Yeah, that was funny.
And I start to wonder if I'm the one, because I put that sticker up like fucking 30 seconds. Like, as soon as I opened it, I was like, that's where that's going. Because I've had that made for like over a week. I just didn't have the right spot to stick it. And I put it there. I'm like, am I the reason that they fucking deleted this tweet?
We're making fun of him?
Yeah. All the likes are people from that fucking team.
Nice.
It's all, what the hell is it? Let's see. Amherst College football, College football coach,
nice
sports director. It's all people he knows.
That's funny.
And the tweet's been like whatever, you can see your interactions of like basically. That's my favorite part is when I make something, and I have like 2 times more interactions with it than I do likes. Of are you stealing my shit?
Yeah, basically,
100%.
Basically.
Now I have put a logo on it, but it's low enough that they could crop that out.
Nice.
But, you know, I try to tag my shit of like, hey, you don't just fucking swipe it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I took some time to do that.
Yeah, fuckers.
Probably getting pretty late, isn't it?
Yeah. 7:45.
Yeah, we should get out of here. The second half of this show, people were like, I don't want to hear this shit. Well, I got some ideas for some segments to come through next week, just as a, not sports related, not long testicle related.
Yeah.
And unless one of us shits our pants, it won't be pant shitting related. But I have some ideas. I think it could be funny.
Cool.
So we'll work on that. Birdies be with you.
And also with you. WideSide!